Good evening and welcome to the Select Board meeting for the Town of Limington for July 11th, 2024. We will start the meeting at 7:01 p.m. and we will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And we will need the approval for the meeting minutes for June 27th. There was no meeting the week of the 4th.
I make a motion we accept the meeting minutes for June 27th.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor. Approval of the warrants for the week of week 27. That would be the week of July 4th. The payroll warrant was $28,590.65, and the appropriation warrant number 63 was for $77,698.74, making a total for week 27 of $106,289.39.
I'll make a motion that we accept payroll warrant 62 and appropriations warrant 63.
I will second that.
We have a motion and a second. A couple of things, recurring bills. We had UniFirst, $94.22. Animal Welfare Society, $1,420.50. Bureau of Motor Vehicles, $4,744.75. Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife, $12,110.32. MMA, Unemployment, $120.25. Mellon and Sons, that's our curbside pickup, $25,000. FirstNet, mobile phones, $490.30. Medical reimbursement services, $1,886.48. Southern Maine Planning Board and Development Commission annual dues for 2024 and 2025, $1,460. Marcel DeRochers, mileage for electrical inspection for June $210.01. Craig Garley.
No, you know.
Thank you. Code enforcement mileage for June $362.47. David Lawrensby, animal control June mileage $261.30. Maine Medical Center April and June medications $106.28. And iWorks, the Public Works package software, $6,250. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor. Moving on to week 28, payroll warrant number 64, $29,205.61, and an appropriations warrant of $31,861.55, making the totals for the warrants for week 28, $61,067.16.
I'll make a motion to accept warrant 64 and 65.
I will second that.
A couple of items that are on recurring bills. Bureau of Motor Vehicles, $5,560.48. Central Maine Power, the street lights, $558.82. Spectrum, $1,402.51. Consolidated Communications, $43.32. Eco Maine, trash and recycling, $10,829.86. iWorks for the fire department fleet management software, $4,750. North Coast Services, recycling lamp boxes, $121. Presto Fixo, janitorial services for the library and the town hall, $525. Ready Refresh, they handle some water, $194.89. Animal welfare, dog licenses, $3. And UniFirst, uniform service, $94.22. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor. Motion carries. Jason, would you like to run us through the purchase orders?
Sure. Fire and EMS, a request to pay Town of Buxton, Maine for our newly acquired fire truck, $16,000. A request to pay NVFC 24 membership renewals, $504. And a request to pay Bound Tree for emergency medical supplies, $938.30. And a request to pay Emo Braley for a half-year stipend for EMA Director, $363.
I'll make a motion to approve the fire and EMS purchase order requests.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Motion carries.
Parks and Rec, a request to pay Sockabee Valley Community Band for the 4th of July Act, $250. A request to pay Extreme Screen Sportswear for staff shirts from Moy Modeo, $169. A request to pay Cora Shrines for Crazy Cops Parade Act, $400. A request to pay Camp Sunshine for Big Red for the 4th of July Parade donation to Camp Sunshine, $500. A request to pay Christina S. for a second RV host payment, $2,000. A request to pay Cardinal Electric for work on the Old Town Hall AC condenser, $785.
I'll make a motion to approve the Parks and Rec purchase order requests.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Motion carries.
Public Works, a request to pay Napa Auto Parts for slack adjusters for the rear axles on Truck 6, grease and oil dry, $464.48. And a request to pay Chadwick Bayross for a mirror, $45.59.
I'll make a motion to approve the Public Works Department purchase order requests.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Motion carries. Weekly update on activities. As you know, the 4th of July was last week. SRC TV, that's Saco River Community Television, videotaped the entire 4th of July parade starting at the Old Town Hall. It's approximately 25 minutes long. SRC TV also has a link to our town and the surrounding town events and that are happening. They can be found at www.src, src-tv.org. Select Board will be requesting a detailed preliminary budget draft from all of our department heads by August 15th, 2024. Following that, we will need to meet with each department head individually to discuss those budgets. Our update from the Public Works Department. Last week, they worked to clear out the dam on Pine Hill. The beavers have been working quickly to plug it up as fast as they can tear it down. Water level was high and could damage the levee, but they were able to drain this down about 2 feet to a safe level. Pine Hill was also mowed and brush cut at the intersections, entrance to the transfer facility, and most of the roadway. As you know, appliances and air conditioners, etc., have been being stored at the transfer station, and they have been drained and are ready to recycle. Actually, I believe they have been picked up, and that area is clear for the receiving of more broken air conditioners and refrigerators. Next quick task to help with the recreation was a foundation for the new bench that was donated in Puppy Blake's honor. They had talked to Madison about installing tubes, concrete in the ground to fasten the bench. Madison also called Monday to ask for help in moving the portable restroom as the septic at the Moy Modeo facility was full and needed to be pumped. So they moved that over to allow for a bathroom for beachgoers until the bathrooms could be fixed. The bathrooms were fixed the next day. What else? Crews have been maintaining the public boat ramp with some mowing, some dust control. They threw down some calcium along the road to keep the dust at a minimum, and some minor road work to the sides of the road to help with the increased traffic from the summer camp that started this week. While crews were working on landscaping on the town properties, they had a couple folks working on roads or maintenance. The department has completed several tasks in the past couple of weeks, keeping us caught up and working to improve the roadways. They've had requests for preventative maintenance and repairs that were also completed. These requests were made by Fire and EMS Department to work on the ATV, Engine 7, Rescue 2, Rescue 1, and Squad 3. some trailer modifications, and trailer lighting. Hardscrabble Road is at a halfway point for their work, and they will continue through the middle of next week. The Public Works Director has been able to document every job, request, service, and road repair. He has also had a meeting with a new partner at FEMA. She has been able to help him push up a couple roads through and complete all the changes needed. They installed a traffic mirror at Boothby and Cape Road, something that a few citizens have been requesting for quite a bit of time. They're hoping that this will make that intersection a little bit easier to deal with, a little safer, and the director will continue to push for a permanent solution with the Department of Transportation. The next few days are supposed to be very hot and humid, so they're going to be limiting time spent on jobs in the direct sunlight, pushing for breaks, and making sure everyone stays hydrated. We thank them for their efforts. Fire and EMS, what do we got?
Yes. Number of calls for service this week, 15. Month to date, July was 14th, so 14 month to date today. 61 for June. Year to date's 382. Fire, 4 of them. EMS 11. They had the schedule is complete for the week. No trainings to speak of other than the holiday details. Let me see this. The Department of Public Works finished work on the UTV trailer, adding lights and brackets to hold the Indian tanks. They also, Department of Public Works also looked over Ambulance 1 for a long time vibration. They ordered U-joints and a carrier bearing for the drive shaft. A2 has its second oil change. They are currently 1 call behind last July and 7 month to date, and 7 calls ahead of year to date. They have just hired an EMT basic who is currently enrolled in the paramedic class. So that would sum it up for the fire and EMS.
We also have code.
Yep, code enforcement. Talked to Craig today. Permits as of June 27th to date. They had 1 growth permit, 6 building permits, 5 electrical permits, 6 plumbing permits, 1 occupancy permit for a total of 19. Fees from 6/27, or a month to date, would be $8,713. Year-to-date permits total, 225, and fees to date is $91,054.88. Craig was out, has done 10 inspections and 1 gravel pit inspection since last report on 6/26, and there are over 200 permits so far this year, and they're still running ahead of last year. So.
Speaking of inspections, going back to Public Works and Fire and EMS, we have inspections scheduled for the vehicles, right?
Yes, the Monday the 22nd, we will be having New England Diesel. They will be coming here to inspect all the fire apparatus and the Public Works Department apparatus for state inspections. So that'll be started on Monday at 7:30.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason.
You're welcome.
Tammy, what do you have?
I have Limington Parks and Recreation Department
All right.
update. Madison reports the weekly programs. The summer camp has started. We have 2 sites at Momodeo and HB Emory School with 120 children signed up. We have 14 staff members this summer, and for week 1 we have 85 children attending with field trips to Sebago Lake State Park and the Ospey Valley Fair. As usual, there is the coffee social on Wednesdays at the Old Town Hall from 9:30 to 11:30, and pickleball on Tuesdays and Fridays. For programs and open registrations, fall soccer registration will be opening soon. Before and after care registration for the upcoming school year. We don't want to talk about that already. But he's always out ahead of it. So yeah, the end of August will be coming faster than we care to think about. And we'll be having a meeting about getting adult softball started next week. We had a very successful 4th of July parade and fireworks, A huge thank you to all of our volunteers, vendors, parade participants, Sleeper Supermarket, Bev Foss, Patty Ramsdell, and the whole Limington Fire Department for making it all happen. We look forward to making the festivities even bigger next year.
Yes.
Moimodeo Beach is open for the season daily from 9 to 6, $10 per vehicle, $50 resident season passes, $60 for non-resident season passes, and pavilion rentals available at the entry booth. Please follow the 15-mile-an-hour speed limit down to the beach. So far, we've had some pretty nice weather for the beach
Yeah.
to have. New trash cans were installed at Blake Memorial Field and at Moimodeo, and a memorial bench for Puppy Blake was installed at Blake Memorial Field as well. It was a very well-attended celebration of life for someone who was active in the town, the snowmobile group that was always active in town, and he was a past selectman and on other various boards. So that bench is really nice. What a great tribute for him. So respectfully submitted, Madison Moody, Parks and Rec Director.
Thank you, Tammy. Would you like to bring us through the informational bulletin as well?
I shall. Do we have anything else open? You want to talk about like the electrical opening, the inspector? And
Please.
Marcel, our longtime electrical inspector, it is with sadness that we have learned that he is retiring. He's given us a few weeks' notice. We'll be on the lookout for that. We want to thank him for everything he's done for the town of Limington over the years, and helping us whenever we needed it, being there for us. We wish him well in the next chapter of life. And but it's good to know that he's available on an emergency. We're going to leave that in there, that we're still going to be able to call him in times of need while we're trying to find somebody else. We already mentioned the SRC TV videos. I'd like to just reiterate that so that people would go to the website and look at all the videos, Limington and other surrounding towns, and the upcoming events in July and August in other towns. And if you need something to do, there's a list of things right there to get you out and about.
They did a great job with the parade, the videotaping of the parade.
That is
The
nice.
people, if you're in watching you're sitting here watching the parade, you don't get to see the festivities that happened at the old town hall before, and it's neat to see. So definitely check that out.
Yeah,
They did a
everybody's
great
lining
job.
up and
Yeah.
getting ready, and it's just the coordination alone.
Yeah.
To see that was
Right.
really, it went so smooth.
And let alone this year was huge, because last year's parade and last year's fireworks, I was at both, and there was a lot more people. So it was good to see the townsfolk are getting out and enjoying the town.
We definitely want to thank Patrick at Saco River
Yeah.
for coming out, spending his day
Absolutely.
with 3 different cameras spots
Yep.
to do that for us. So we really appreciate that. Also, while we bring that up, we have an opening for Monday Night Planning Board to run the equipment.
Yes.
We probably ought to mention that as well. If there are high
You're on a
school
roll.
students. I said I had nothing to say. If there are high school students or anyone that's interested in learning how to video these meetings for the town, Monday nights is open for the planning board. It's 2 nights a week. It's Mondays, the first Monday and third
2 nights a
Mondays.
month.
I don't believe there's a meeting next Monday. I think that's what I heard from Joyce. But we, starting in August, we're definitely going to need someone a couple of days a month for a couple of hours each time. They start at 7. They generally finish at 8 or 9, depending on the agenda that they're following. So just want to throw that out there if somebody is interested.
I will mention that that's how I started working for the town. Even if you're looking to get involved in the town and help out, this is a great way to start.
Yeah, definitely. You can see how meetings go and
Exactly.
the agendas and how people work up here. So, put you in touch with a lot of great people.
Yeah.
All right, let's take it on home.
Take it on home.
The select board office hours are Thursdays from 2 to 8. The on-air meeting time is Thursdays at 7. Transfer station hours are Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 4, and Wednesdays noon to 4. A transfer station sticker must be attached to your vehicle windshield for the disposal of all items. These stickers are available at the town office for $20. No sticker is required to use the swap shop. And again, let's reiterate, no brush or yard clippings accepted there. General Assistance Office, applications are available anytime from the town's clerk office during their normal business hours. Applications must be filled out and accompanied with supporting documentation and must be signed. And Planning Board meets at the complex the first and third Mondays at 7 o'clock. We already talked about Parks and Rec at the Old Town Hall also on Wednesdays. So that is it for informational bulletin for the town of Limington this week.
And just to follow up and add for the information, a huge thank you to Madison Moody for organizing the 4th of July parade. We'd also like to thank the Billy Blake family for allowing us to use their property to light off the fireworks, and the fire EMS crews and everyone who participated in making this event a huge success, and to all the townspeople for attending. It was a great event, as usual. I'm excited to see next year's, where it's going to be a all-day event, right from the parade right into the fireworks. So
On a Friday.
it should be great for the town as we go forward. I'm excited. So.
Absolutely. If there's nothing else, we will open the meeting to the public. There is no public, so at this moment, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
And I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor. We are adjourned at 7:23 p.m. Thank you, everybody, and we look forward to seeing you next week.